And hi-de-ho, everybody. Welcome back. Happy Friday. Welcome from the Cataclysm. Let's hang out for a bit. Let a few more folks stream in. I'll just stay on the main menu for the moment. We can enjoy the Halloween theme. That time of year again. We'll have our Halloween, then our Thanksgiving, and then our Christmas themes. Okay. Make sure I get everything reset properly. Doing some fiddling earlier with another game. Like we're okay there. Yeah, I think we're okay. I'll just leave it up right here. I know, spooky times. Cataclysm, spooky days ahead. I don't know what it was. The ISP just went down for about 5-10 minutes. By then I had some other stuff I had to get done, so I bagged it for now. But yeah, usually when it hiccups, it just goes down for 30 seconds and then we're back up and running. But for some reason, I had an extended downtime today. Good old ISP. Hey there, Ari Just, and Under Radar. It's going to be exciting times today. I think we're finally going to see the bad guy. I'm going to try to lure him out. I want to get a look at this thing. Maybe take a whack or two, and then run away. Then we're going to execute a flawless Brave Sir Robin maneuver. Stream can begin now, can it? Yeah, we're about a minute in. We'll wait another minute or so, and we'll get moving. Try to keep things rolling this evening. Maybe we can get working on Ditch Shayfur the 3rd. What if it just kills you by touching you? Well, then we'll start on Ditch Shayfur the 3rd. And I will have learned a valuable lesson. I doubt he's got anything like Touch of Death. Probably really high hit points, regen rate, Hulk level strength, and maybe the super punches, and I don't know what else, but I doubt it's just going to insta-kill me. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, that's long enough. We're a couple minutes past the appointed hour. Let's go ahead and get loaded in. Predator 1, Ditch Shayfur. And then we'll do the usual. We'll talk about updates and all that. Assuming I don't get any errors. I don't think I got any errors. No errors. Cool, that's always fun. Always a good sign if you update experimental builds and you don't get error messages on loading. So, I have updated. We're on the most recent experimental build as of, about 20 minutes ago. Of note, particular note, there has been an addition to the game called Portal Storms. Portal Storms! So, yeah. The thin veil between realities apparently gets thinner, and we get portal storms now. So, it's kind of a big change. I know they're going to be continuing to work on it, and I'm not going to try to go into it. It could fairly heavily affect this playthrough, though, given that we're on foot. So if we get caught out in the middle of nowhere in a portal storm, things could go bad pretty quick. So, I will pop a link into the chat so you guys can go peruse it if you would like. That's the details on the PR that added portal storms. Varying strengths, they get stronger as time goes by, differing effects, new monsters. Apparently as long as you're indoors, they're no problem, but if you're outdoors, bad things might happen. I don't know if that includes being inside of a vehicle. So if I can just duck into a vehicle during a portal storm, if that would count or protect, or if it has to be under a building roof. I don't know. We'll find out. The inspiration for it is somewhat the Mist series, Stephen King's The Mist. I don't know if they're basing it off the book, the movie, or the TV show. Lots of thematic source material they could be modeling after, but that's kind of the idea. So portal storm occurs and creepy crawlies start kind of merging into our world. We'll find out. I'm particularly mentioning it because in this playthrough we don't have a vehicle, so it could take us a long time to move between locations, and if we get caught out in the open in a portal storm, it could pretty seriously affect us. So we'll see what happens. So where'd we leave off? That was the only change of major note. There was other minor changes here and there, but that was the big one. So I didn't notice anything else too drastic in the updates. That sword model looks shabby. It's not a sword, it's a kukri. That actually looks pretty appropriate for a kukri. That is my kukri of RNG. That's why it's got that little bend in it. Yeah. So, status. Here's our personal status. Well, let's talk about the overall status. So this is our second attempt on this one. You know, overconfidence and unfortunate circumstances killed our first attempt. We haven't traveled very far, and the plan on this one, I suspect the first one wasn't going to go well anyway, just because how I was going about it. So I'm happy that one ended. But we're just going to sit here in this mansion until the bad guy shows up. That's it. It's still day one. We're just in the afternoon of day one. So we've done a little bit of running around and looting, opportunity looting. And then we've decided to set up base here in the mansion. And at the end of the last episode, on Monday, we completely cleared the mansion. We cleared the basement, we cleared the main, and we cleared the second floors. So there may be a few zombies hidden somewhere that maybe their corpse, they died going through a window like this window. There could be a zombie corpse sitting right here in the bushes that I couldn't see, because the bushes was hiding the body. So we might get some zombies showing up from extraneous ones that revive after 6 to 12 hours. But for the most part, the place is completely clear. The big addition to our inventory is the chainmail. We did get a hold of some chainmail armor. My favorite. It's not fitted, which we're going to try to fix, but, you know, it's chainmail. So that's a very good thing. Other than that, we didn't get anything else we could reliably use. No medieval weapons, unfortunately, in this particular mansion, so we're still on the lookout for a stronger weapon we can use. Unfortunately, the kukri is not a valid weapon choice for our martial arts style. We're doing Neaton, and kukri is not matching up with that, so we're going without for the moment. So we're going to be on the hunt for an appropriate weapon, which if you're not familiar and don't know what I'm talking about, right now we're using brawling instead of our Neaton. But if you go to the martial arts style selection screen, highlight the one you want, and then press F1, and that brings you to the detail screen. You can see all of the techniques that are available, all the bonuses and negatives that the technique provides. At the very bottom of the list, you have all the weapons that are valid for this style. So we're hoping to get a hold of a katana, Nodachi. We're not going to get a mono blade. Maybe we'll get a wakizashi. So we'll see. But if we absolutely have to, I'll switch to metal sword. Was metal sword on the list before, or is that new? I won't have the recipe for it, but I don't remember that one. Well, whatever. We'll make possibly a sword to go with it. So for the moment, though, the kukri is doing well against just the standard zombies. A couple of hits, and we're knocking all the standard zombies down, so it's working for us. Other than that, we're in pretty good shape. We've got all of the basic tools. We've got most of the secondary items that I like to get a hold of. We've got our Heelys. We've got a rifle, 5.56 ammo rifle. We've got some spare mags and rounds for it. We don't have an infinite supply. We haven't taken a turret out or anything, but we got enough for emergency use. A couple of grenades. Got to have some grenades. And plenty of bacon. Bacon and butter. Well, I mean, not plenty, but a fair supply of bacon and butter. And we've actually this time gotten a pretty early and sizable selection of medical gear, so I'm happy about that. so much antiseptic and hydrogen peroxide. Just so ridiculously much this time. I don't know why. Yeah, there you go. But the plan, unlike the last episode, or the last attempt with Alen Ditch Shayfur the First, instead of continuing to move constantly, which I think would have kept us from ever meeting the enemy, we're going to just hang out right here. I've cleared the mansion. All I'm going to do is shuffle my inventory a bit, make some Molotov cocktails, and then we're just going to read. We're just going to read and craft to get our tailoring skill up to see if we can refit the chainmail before he shows up. When he does show up, we're going to evaluate the circumstances. I've kept myself ignorant. I still have no idea what this thing looks like, how it fights, how tough it is, none of that. But my hope is that he shows up. We can get a good look at him, get at least a round or two of combat in, maybe, depending on what I feel when we get some more information. And then we're going to try to lose him in the mansion and then take off running. And then the pursuit will be officially on. But we're pretending like I don't know he's coming currently, even though we kind of do. So I'm not going to take off running until he actually makes an appearance. Because I want to see him. I'm pretty sure last time I kept moving. I don't think he was ever going to catch me as long as I kept moving. I don't think it was possible for him to actually catch up to me, so we would have gone I don't know how many hours and never seen the thing. So we're changing it up this time. What if I die? What if I die? You do understand the last challenge, we were up to our 12th character, right? You've been around long enough, Derek. You know the score. I keep trying until I've decided I have exhausted the fun factor or my patience, and we're nowhere near that yet, so. But this one's a particularly rough one for learning on the job, because this one's I'm likely to get killed in trying to figure things out, and then we have to start over again, so I'll eventually get tired of that. But yeah, we'll go this one, and I'll probably do at least one more. If I die here in the mansion, we'll do at a minimum one more attempt, and I'll change something up or change my strategies a bit. But I want to see what the thing does and looks like, and there's no alternate way for me to do that other than letting him catch me. We're in pretty good shape comparatively for his arrival. I mean, we're going to be probably full health before he shows up, and we've got medical gear, we've got all the basic tools, we've got chainmail, which is going to help. So we're in about as good a shape as I could reliably get, as long as we're all, you know, understood that I don't expect to be able to kill it. I'm not actually going to put a serious effort into killing it with this character at this stage. I just don't have the weaponry, especially since I can't use my martial art with a decent weapon combo. I have no faith that an M4 is going to take him down. Unless I get some weirdly abusive option for shooting him and maneuvering. But even then, I suspect he's got a regen rate that's higher than the damage output over time that the M4 can provide. But I can't say for sure. We'll find out. So yeah, that's the plan. And if you don't know, if you haven't been following along, I handicapped myself in this particular challenge because we are playing in a default game world. I've swapped back to the default world. We go a hard mode world setting, and then we go a default world setting. So this is a default world setting, which is somewhat easier for me. So to compensate for that, we have taken the Wayfarer trait. This will directly counter a lot of options and abilities that would normally make this challenge a lot easier. Because we cannot use any vehicles of any kind. So I can't just hop in a vehicle and drive away to avoid him. I can't hop in an APC and run him over. I can't easily hop in and use a 50 cal weapon on him. Things like that. So we've removed those as options. It's a foot race between him and me, and we'll see who can kill who. But my hope is that we can survive this initial encounter, escape, figure out some way to get this character strong enough to actually take him on again and hopefully defeat him. How I'm going to go about that, I don't know. Once I know more, I'll make some adjustments or some changes. So, there you are. Hey there, Devin Strife. Thanks very much. Subscribe to Tier 1 for 3 months in advance. Thank you, thank you. Very generous. Greatly appreciated. Now remember, chat, remember, I'm keeping myself purposely ignorant. Don't be saying stuff that's going to give me information on how to deal with a creature or what its abilities are or what my escape options are. So come on, be cool. Okay. I took an antibiotic. Yeah, that was an accident. It was a keyboard oopsie. Keyboard oopsie. I believe it uses, my general understanding from the original PR I saw was that it's going to use the wandering hordes mechanic for its movement. So I can't just like lock it in a room and then run away. It won't stay in the room. It'll get picked up by the horde system and then relocated. So, finally got your first CDDA stream. Well, welcome. This is where the magic happens, right here. This is where all these rubberneckers get to watch me do really stupid things and get myself just wrecked and demolished, and they get to say, "I told you so." Live to my face. Well, to my voice anyway. Okay, so what are we going to take care of? We got a few hours of daylight left. Let's flip the headlight off. Yeah, I know the kukri's not a valid weapon. Thanks. My plan was to make at least a few Molotov cocktails. We are starting to run into space and weight issues. We got a little bit of a reprieve when we got the hunting or the hiking backpack. So that has helped out. And then I've also got... I must have dropped it. What do we got sitting here? My books. We got a leather backpack, so we're going to be taking that as well. Back scabbard, which you can't use for anything quite yet, so you kind of see. We do have a heavier weapon, but that's all the ammo I've got for it, 18 rounds. And these I didn't need anymore, so we're done with those. Let's put those up here in this corner. Alright, so the plan is just to do some tailoring. So we've got tailoring to 1, that's the quick +2 fun factor one. Then we'll switch to tailoring to 3. At some point we'll actually craft 1 or 2 things so we can bring our actual skill up instead of just having theoretical. And then we've got sewing techniques for designers to take us up to 5? I think it takes us to 5. Hey there, designers. Whoops. What do you take us to? 6. They take us to 6. So that'll be plenty high enough. So we've already got the books I need. I don't plan on really raising any skills other than tailoring and a little bit of fab. So I've had a few people recommend or comment or suggest that I use the, you know, the thing we talked about and demonstrated last session, or last challenge, the e-ink tablet PC to just load my books in. I mean, yeah, it could do that, but I just don't plan on carrying too many books. We're going to get the tailoring mostly done before the thing even shows up. So I only really need to carry maybe 1 book, 2 at the most, and it's the fab books, which are the easiest to come across, so I'm not overly concerned about it. If it was going to be a longer challenge, or I felt the need to raise other skills, then yes, due to the no vehicles requirement or restriction, then it would definitely be a good idea to do, and I might take advantage of it. But yeah, we're getting a little tight on carry weight, and that's mostly due to things like rifles and chainmail and things like that. I'm not carrying that many actual heavy items, main items. Although I am carrying probably about 10 pounds of antiseptic and small bottles of antiseptic. So maybe we'll do that horrifying thing of pouring all these out into like 1 single bottle. So, we'll see. But for the moment, I just want to free up some space. I'm going to go grab some alcohol bottles to make to empty out and then to make some Molotovs with. So I need at least 1 gallon jug to grab some gas, and then I'll need some rags. I've got no rags currently. Let's do... Looking around. A gallon jugs, plastic bottle of liquid soap, gallon jug of bleach. That's what we need. Unload. Bleach. Pour in the ground. And that's the only gallon. That should be enough for now. So 1 gallon jug of bleach. Then I just need some rags. I could whoop the bed. I could take curtains apart. There's lots of options. I also don't want to use my kukri for smashing things up. I have a wrench. Wait, did I not get a crowbar? I thought I got a crowbar. Did we change the name of my crowbar? Doesn't look like it. Oh wait, lockpick. Yeah, I do have a crowbar. We did change the name. Yeah, we'll just wield the crowbar. All right, I don't want to mess up the bed in this room. We'll go smash up a couch. Give me more than enough. Actually, let's just drag all of that stuff into the bedroom. We need raw materials for crafting anyway. Give me 10 rags. So we've got the gas, we've got the rags. We just need some bottles. Oh, we've got some over here. Alright, glass bottles. 1, 2, 3. Let's do... Hey, another gallon jug of bleach. Let's do 5. We'll do 5. Oh, I don't have a rubber hose. No rubber hose. All right, we got to go to the back. To the... Actually, no, we go back where we just were. There was a refrigerator there, right? No, there's not. What does that count as? Glass door fridge. I think it should have. I didn't bring my tools, did I? Damn it. Oh, never mind. I do have it. Rubber hose. Siphon. First unload. Bleach. Siphon gas. Into container. Oh, that got it all. That's all we're gonna get. Alright, I don't know how much. Oh, I don't think I can use diesel. Craft. Molotov. Oh, haven't unloaded the bottles yet. Do-do-do. Alright, Molotov cocktails. 4. What am I missing? 500 each. I've got enough for 4. Alright, 4's good. We'll do 4. The Molotov is not a valid weapon. Okay. There we go. We have 4 Molotov cocktails. That will do. What do I need to drop? Bottle, jug. Keep the jug for a moment. Give me the steel, the scrap. And that's it for now. Wear the 2 sheets. Take the string. Butcher. Cut up a sheet. Patchwork clothing parts. No. You get 1 rag, huh? Interesting. Alright, keep the patchwork clothing parts then. think I'll need some of those for some of the tailoring we're going to do anyway. So I got to be a little cautious because I don't know when he's going to show up. And when he does show up, I want to be ready to rabbit. I need to be ready to take off. And so I need to make sure I have all of my really critical gear on me at all times. So we're going to have to make some decisions here pretty quick. I don't think I'm going to need quite that many candles. Need the rest of that. Need those. I probably need to pare down some of my food holdings. Food's going to be pretty easy to come by, so I'm not too worried about that. I'll think about consolidating the medicinal gear. That's not really anything else I can do. Yeah, the problem is right on this side. It's things like the chainmail armor that weighs 36 pounds. I gotta accommodate quite a lot if I'm gonna wear this chainmail. That is the big downside. Ditch the canteen. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. I still need to think about this. I'm still undecided whether I want to lug this around with me. It's very valuable because it's got a 60 range, but it's harder to access the ammo for it, and I don't think I can afford to carry both rifles around if I'm going to use the chainmail. So I think the chainmail is a more important, going to use it way more often than the M110. I need to take the mess kit too, but it's 4.63 on its own. Don't care about the oil lamp necessarily. I could do without those if I had to. I'm not going to use most of these books, so I'm not too worried about packing the books around. And then raw materials. And we can get by without the shooter's earmuffs if we have to as well. So I don't think he's going to show up this first day. We didn't have him show up within the first day or so of the previous run. But I think I've... Alright, any of those things absolutely critical. Even if I have to... Well, I can't afford to overweight myself, because if I have to run from the guy... I've got 5 pounds... 5.1 pounds available. That would be the mess kit. Gonna need the sewing kit too. So let's grab those. Puts us just barely under. Dare I temporarily drop the chainmail? Just so I free up weight while I do crafting and stuff. I think I'm going to risk it. Worst case, I just pick it up and then run. So, we'll leave the chainmail there. That'll give me enough free weight that I can craft and do other stuff without interruption. Alright, 1727. Let's just start reading. I've still got bandages and disinfectant at good status on all the majorly hit locations. Heat with the armor off is no longer an issue. Yeah, I want to see him coming. I don't know if he's gonna, what direction he might show up from, so let's do it. Tailoring. 8 intelligence, no speed bonuses. Maybe it'll be... No, I do want to read to get some of the theoretical knowledge bonus. So, no. That one. Damn sparrows. Too dark to read already. Man, that time did go by quick. We only made it to 17%. I miss my high intelligence, high read speed character. I always do. It's always rough right after I come off one of those characters. We're not going to get tired for a while. let's go ahead and get a candle going. Keep reading. Alright, just after midnight, your practical skill and devices may need refreshing. We dropped to 2. Wait a minute. How did we... It's supposed to cycle every 24 hours. Does it tick over at midnight of each day? Or is it 24 hours from the 8 a.m. start time? It must be the midnight time that it checks those. Huh. Alright, whatever. Hungry, thirsty, and tired. Let's have... some bacon, some butter, and some water. Bill is out. We're just about fully healed. Those will take care of the rest of that, so no problem there. We should put our chainmail back on while we sleep, in case we have to scoot. We're just below the number. Dangerous to run your weight right up against your max. Because if he shows up and he super punches me into a wall to kick things off, it's almost guaranteed that my strength is going to drop to 9 because of the pain, which means I will instantly go overweight and encumbrance, and it'll start massively eating into my stamina as I'm trying to run away. So I really dislike riding the edge of my max weight. A good way to get yourself killed if you're not aware of the possibilities and can adjust. Let's also drag these to the corner. So we have a blanket and a pillow. Perfect. Close the windows. Don't close the windows. You have to break through the windows to get into me if he comes from that direction. I think I'll leave him open. I think I'll leave him open. Alright, let me back through chat here, see if I missed any critical chat. You hear glass breaking to the north. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, short of putting like nailboard traps down or something, I can't think of anything else I can really do, and I don't even know if I have the skill, and it would take too long. So we're not going to worry about that. Let's sleep right here. That way I'm in range to grab anything at last second if I feel the need. Let's take one more hit of water before we go to bed. Satisfied, slaked, and tired. Alright, I actually don't expect him to show up in this first night, so I'd be kind of surprised if he did, because we did travel a bit to get to this point. So, are you sure you want to sleep? Yep, I'm sure. And I don't care. Sleep. I kind of do care. Let's sleep 7 hours. I'm expecting a random zombie to stand up in one of the bushes somewhere from a corpse I didn't see to pulp. But no sign or sound of enemies so far. Alright, hungry. Let's have, none of this stuff is sealed. Wait a minute. Sealed fresh. Yeah, it's sealed. Past midlife. Alright, let's have a cheeseburger. And some more butter. Belly full of butter. Great way to start the day. Alright, so we're almost back to full health. That'll take care of that. We're just going to read some more. I have no other plans. Supposed to be reading that book. Okay, you lost the conduct. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Good old Pink Floyd reference. Alright, theoretical knowledge increases to 1. Let's see what we can craft. Big colon tailoring. Oh, 3 hours and 52 minutes. 5 hours. Let's just do something down on the low end. It'll be fairly quick. Simple patchwork scarf, 1 hour. We can abandon it if we level up before then, so 3 thread and 4 rags. I like it. Yep, it already increased. Stop crafting, yes. Uh-oh. Well, I'm going to assume he has arrived. That was a lucky little move to the north to drop my items off. A little earlier than I was anticipating. This is not great because I was hoping to get a few levels of tailoring in before he showed up. Well, let's look at the description on him. Relentless Hulk. A hulking zombie swollen to the size of 6 men. Its inky black eyes are locked on you. No matter how far you run, it always seems to find you. Alright. Yeah, that was a really lucky angle we got on him. Get back up there. It is faster than you. See, that's not good. That's not good. That could be really bad. If its basic movement is faster than me, that means I'm only going to gain a lead by delaying him inside the building or by sprinting while activating my Heelys. And then just praying I can get far enough out ahead of him that he loses track of me. Get him out of the reality bubble range. Change monster name. Nah, he's fine. He's fine. Shoot the weapon you don't want to use. Okay. It doesn't say he can see me. He's 57 out. I don't know how he behaves. I mean, it says he knows where I'm at. So is he got clairvoyance essentially? I mean, the indicator doesn't show that he knows I'm here. I'm a little curious about the mechanics at this stage. It doesn't show the exclamation point like he would be able to see me normally. I guess what I need to do is just stand still and see if he's moving. So, let's see if he moves when I just stand here. Apparently, he's just standing up. He's doing a little bit of random wandering. Alright, so while he knows where I'm at, I think the wandering spawn system just dropped him in at that range. And now as long as... I'm assuming as long as he can't see me, he won't just come rushing over here. I could be totally wrong. I am tempted to just open the window and start sending iron down range. I've got 18 shots with a 7.62. We've got, like, what rifle skill? We're at 6 rifle skills, so I mean, we're ready for it. 6 rifle and 6 marksmanship. So it's almost the best case situation for that part of it. But I wasn't planning on fighting him in this engagement. I just wanted to observe, check his behavior, check his speed. Bring him into the building or not. He is counted as a zombie, so he's not going to fight enemies. I'm curious if I could do something like wandering him into Zomborgs or into a Migo encampment or something. Getting my own ass out of there would be the problem. Yeah, I'd like to try to take him in melee, more so than just shoot him with a high caliber rifle. There was a body site, I think to the north a ways, if I remember right. I'm forgetting, but not an actual dump. Now, if we have to retreat, like I said, the problem is I have to be cautious how I retreat with this guy pursuing, because if his base speed is faster than me, the only advantage I have is possibly the Heelys getting me hopefully to even if I'm on a solid surface like the road. Or I have to use my stamina to absolutely guarantee that I get out of his range before I run out of stamina. Because if I run out of stamina and he still detects me and is coming for me, then we're dead. Because I'll be out of stamina and I'll be having to fight him. So that's the conundrum. And there's no cover nearby, short of these woods way over here. So what to do, what to do. What am I more interested in? You haven't seen a Jabberwock in so long? That's because they're not a randomly appearing enemy. They only appear during the NPC quest to kill that hideous creature. So if you're not accepting NPC quests, then you're never going to see a Jabberwock. Yeah, I think at the moment I'm more curious how it's going to behave. I'm not as curious about encountering it or fighting it right now. So I'm going to leave it right where it's at. I'm going to close a few windows to cut down the chance that he might randomly wander over and then see me and come crashing in. So let's crouch. Oh, no window there. Now that I know he's in the area, I'm way more concerned about making sure I have the gear. I'd really like to be able to fit in the tailoring books, because I want to get that chainmail armor refitted, and I don't want to have to go through the hassle of finding those books again. So now, of course, the e-ink tablet PC might be a little more helpful. I think we can fit it. I can remake Molotovs pretty easily wherever, so I could ditch those. Let's take a look here. Sort by weight. Yeah, I mean, 6.5 pounds for the Molotovs. I can reproduce those all over the place easily, so I think I'll probably ditch the Molotovs. This is also mostly a convenience item. I'll probably ditch it as well. Then it gets a little tougher. But just those two will free up 11 pounds. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, Molotovs. Actually, keep that for the moment. Need to make sure I get a hold of that book. Cool. We're 2 pounds under. I've got my 2 tailoring books, the only 2 I care about. That'll get me to 3, that'll get me to 6, wherever we go. sorely tempted to ditch a bunch of this antiseptic. Carrying way too much of it. We're just going to keep finding more if I keep hitting houses and other locations. What would the consequence? I said, wow, look at those charges. I just said, get rid of all of the low volume amount. Yeah, it's barely freeing up any. Do it anyway. Oh. Forgot, I gotta pick the bottles. Ah, leave them alone. 113 and a 116. Earmuffs aren't taking up much. I think I'm going to drop that So What clothing book as well. I can easily just craft up generic stuff to level those. The 3 to 6 is a little tougher, so I think we can do without that one. What are we at currently? Tailoring at 1. Only got a 14% knowledge advantage. No problem. Okay, so sword category. I think we've got all the critical gear. We've got 4 pounds available. I don't need any of the random materials. I don't need any of the containers. I'm gonna have to ditch the rifle. I can make those anywhere. I'll get plenty of those. I think the leather backpack is the thing I'm gonna miss the most. I take computer science. We'll probably, without a vehicle, that limits a few of the options I have to get into things like bunkers. Nah, let's restrict. Let's stay away from the computer stuff too. Make it fun. Find alternate methods to deal. Yeah, I think we're good. I got everything I care about. So, do I taunt him? I guess we could take some shots with the M01-E13. I'd really like to get some more reading done. Give me that back temporarily. Alright, I can leave all this behind, so let's move somewhere he's not likely to accidentally see me. Preferably someplace with lots of directions I can go and I can see him coming ahead of time. Like this other big bedroom down here. Perfect. If he comes and finds me down here, I will, I'll have multiple escape routes. And I can circle back into the building to lose him and then head out on the road. Alright, so let's hang out here for a bit, see what happens. I'm curious how he's going to come at me. So, for folks that just joined, the hunter is hanging out over here. We were here in the bedroom. I stepped up to this corner to drop some stuff, and we spotted him diagonally. He was like 57 out this direction. He couldn't see me. He wasn't moving directly towards me. So I'm curious about his mechanics and whether he's going to just track me down back here, or if his system just works like wander spawns, wandering hordes, where it has now spawned him into my map section, but now he has to find me through the normal methods or process. Because if that's the case, it makes this a little bit easier. Except in an occasion where I would... Oh, the thing that's going to be dangerous, I got to be absolutely sure I do not ever sleep out in the open. That's the death sentence. I got to always make sure I find a place to go to sleep with a good building or something I can use for cover and escape. Because if I just take a nap on the grass out in a field somewhere while I'm traveling between cities, for example, and he shows up, wander spawns, puts him in, he'll see me instantly, he'll start coming at me, and it'll be really hard for me to lose him. If not impossible, depending on his speed. So yeah, we're gonna have to make sure when we move, we scoot quickly from place to place that allows me a coverage, so that when it shows up while I sleep, we can get away. All right, let's just read a little more. Till we either get interrupted by him or gain another level, I guess. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Turn safe mode on. Maybe go on the roof and shoot a few rounds at him. I could only do that if I were to go into the debug menu and turn on the 3D experimental 3D field of view option, which I do not do. It's in the debug menu for reasons. I choose not to use it. 1927. So now another question comes up. Am I going to spend the night here again while he's in the area? I also don't have a ton of clean water prepped and ready to go. I could easily just go up to the second floor or down into the basement, and it's likely he would never find me. So, I already know of ways I could spoof him. The point of the challenge is not to spoof the hunter. I'm aware of ways that I could do that. Let's see. Let's walk back up here. Whoops. Well, that says something. Huh. Interesting. That can't be a coincidence that he's now sitting right where I spent my time. It's still not showing that he can see me. It says hostile, 10 distance. I'm in the shadow currently. So now I am somewhat concerned. So I wonder how he's... Can't see to your current location. How they have that set to happen. Well, my scent cloud doesn't go very far compared to where he's at, and it should have dissipated while he was up here. Even if he had walked over here, it would have dissipated mostly before he arrived. So I'm not sure how they're doing it. Let's stand in place and we'll see if he moves to come directly at me. He's looking around, but he's not moving directly at me. So it's not directly a scent cloud thing. Yeah, I gotta guess it's something about he gets my position gets reported to him every once in a while, and then he moves towards that location. That's what I'm assuming is going on. So I think what I'll do is I'm gonna back off again. We'll spend just a few more rounds here. I'm gonna back off again, and we'll see if he comes to this position, or he might trunch down to the I don't know, towards that bedroom. He's up on the bed now, is he? I was gonna get some water. Maybe I'll head back down to the kitchen and see if there's some water I can grab. I'd rather not transit out into the lit area if I can avoid it. I'm not sure I can avoid it. Leave any water? Bumpy Joe's. Sports drinks will do. 4 sports drinks. Ditch the empty bottles. Alright, we're still 1 pound underweight. Now the problem is I'm tired. What to do, what to do. I'm assuming I could just leave. Go hang out at the evac shelter or the LMOE. What was my long-range plan? I think I was planning on coming to the southeast. Maybe we hadn't really made a long-range plan because we were going to wait till he shows up. I'm concerned about trying to fight him right now. The weight capacity and my lack of a weapon and so on is... I know I don't have the melee ability to kill him. Not without being able to use my martial arts. I don't have a good martial art weapon combo. And, yeah, I don't think I'm going to try a fisticuffs against that thing quite yet. He's squatting on top of the big rifle that I had. So... This first encounter is more of a evaluation. I'm trying to learn how he maneuvers, whether he always instantly knows where I'm at and he just Kool-Aid mans through walls to come get me. It doesn't appear to work that way from current observation. If I had to guess, he gets given periodic updates on my location, and then he moves to that location. Those grenades will be useful? I seriously doubt it. Grenades have very little effect on large, especially if he has any kind of armor. It's not going to do much to him. They're mostly good against soft, squishy targets. Even then, you have to be pretty close to the explosion. So, pretty much all set to bug out. Let's get the rifle out first. Yeah, let's get the rifle out first, just in case. Wondering if I could scoot around outside, come around at extreme range, and check his position, see if he's still in the bedroom. I'm just worried about being out in the open, so if he spots me and starts coming after me, I won't have easy cover I can retreat to and use to block. The next thing I need to evaluate is his movement, his direct movement speed. So I might encounter him after all. I might actually give it a try. Because I need to understand his movement rate. If he's always going to be faster than me, even on a stable surface with Heelys while sprinting, then I don't know how I would ever deal with him in this challenge without access to vehicles to get away. So that's the biggest question I really need to answer. So, I think what I'll do, I'm going to wait here for a little bit. Let's wait. I also need to explore how many action points are these. So it is 1932-43. Activate 32-43. Oof, 9 seconds. Holy crap, that's a long time. That 881 action points. Yeah, we learned that lesson at the end of the last challenge. Or the end of the first character. 800! Really? They're on my feet. They're not hidden inside of a backpack or anything like that. It feels like that's an awful big amount just to flip Heelys on and off. Wonder if thought was put into how much it was supposed to cost to do that. That is bad, because that's way too much time to make Heelys effective in a combat situation. You'd have to be an extraordinary distance away from the enemy, especially a fast one like this guy. But I think it's likely I'm not going to actually be able to deploy the Heelys. I won't have a big enough lead. Possibly. That's, I'm glad I checked that. That's a very, very important thing to know.